girl, you're looking fine. You be my player 2 this Valentine's Day? You wanna help me kill some creepers today? You wanna help me mine some craft? You look almost as beautiful as the diamonds I mined earlier today. Wanna help me mine some more? You wanna be my player 2, baby? Oh, Josh, I would love to be. I might even let you use the good controller. These player 2 pickup lines aren't really working that well. I don't know what's the alternate intro to this video. I have no idea what that looks like. Alright, so it's Valentine's Day, and there may be some of you out there with significant others, either male or female, looking to play some co-op split screen games together. Now, I know it's Valentine's Day and everything, but this video kind of still stands even if you're watching this after the fact, because these are great co-op games to play with a significant other, a family member, whoever it may be at any point in time. So keep that in mind as well. Well, in this video, I'm going to be showing you the best co-op split screen games you can play with your significant other on the PlayStation 4. These don't require PlayStation Plus. They do require 2 controllers for fairly obvious reasons. These aren't online co-op games. These are split screen co-op games to play on a couch next to another person and have a good time with. Let's take a look at them. Why do you guys insist on continuing to hold out on me? We still have about a 69% unsubscribed rate on this channel. Hit the subscribe button down below so we can blow this channel out of the water. It would mean the absolute world to me, and I'm sure that your Valentine or your significant other would really appreciate you doing it as well. Don't forget to help me get into YouTube's good graces. You need to also hit that like button down below and leave a comment as well to double the goodness of the YouTube algorithm and help blow this channel up to the status of David Dobrik or something like that. Alright, we're going to be taking a look at a bunch of co-op games. Now, like I said at the start, these games don't necessarily apply particularly to Valentine's Day, but I wanted to make a list of the best co-op split screen games you can play with a friend, a partner, a brother, a sister, whatever it may be, for the PlayStation 4. So this video kind of stands the test of time a little bit, and you can watch this in 6 months or 12 months and it's still completely relevant because none of these games are really particularly new either. I got about 12 games to look at on this list. Let's roll it. Let's kick this thing off. First up, Overcooked and Overcooked 2. These games are so much fun. However, you will absolutely argue with the person that you're playing this game with. These are really simple, cartoony looking cooking games where you basically control a little chef, and you can be a dog if you want to be a dog, a chef dog or a chef raccoon, which I always pick. All you really have to do is complete the orders, but you have to kind of cut the ingredients and mix it and cook it and clean the plates and serve the plates. And even actually just talking about it, it is quite stressful in my mind. This game is on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5, and there are 2 names, the Overcooked 1 and Overcooked 2. So you can pick whichever one you want to play. Overcooked 2 obviously having more content in it, but each of them is equally as good. You can play with actually more than 2 people if you have more controllers and more friends you want to play with as well. The game is so much fun. It requires a ton of coordination with your partner, which can become absolutely infuriating. You have been warned. Borderlands 2, an oldie but a goodie, and one of the most full, I would say, split screen co-op games on this list as well. If you're both into RPGs and first person games, Borderlands is a fantastic option to do that. Borderlands 2 is the best one in this trilogy of games, or there's 4 of them now, right? So this quadrilogy of games, I suppose. You both control a vault hunter and you have to shoot monsters and collect loot and get better guns. And it's a fun game to play co-op with friends online, but the game works exceptionally well split screen co-op as well for some reason. It's one of those few games on the PlayStation 4 that takes advantage of split screen co-op and actually does a really good job of it. So I highly recommend this one for anyone who's, I guess, wanting to play with maybe a partner or a friend who either isn't into video games and they want to kind of show them how first person shooters work while sitting next to them. Great opportunity to do that with this one. Or maybe you're just 2 people who are massively into first-person shooters, you want to play this game together but sit next to each other, then that's an option for you as well. Okay, probably the most obvious pick on this list is Minecraft. And Minecraft is, I think, probably the game I play split screen the most, just because of how simple and accessible Minecraft is. Minecraft I'm not even going to explain what it is. I think everyone knows at this point what Minecraft is, but the co-op in this game is probably what makes it the most fun for me, at least, being able to play it with friends when they come over, my brother, being able to play it with my wife when we're playing games together, and I think Minecraft's just great. It's just a good game to play together. You can steal other people's stuff, you can blow up people's house. It's just great. It's fun. It's so much fun. I'm going to go play Minecraft after this video. I've just realized how much I like Minecraft. Yikes. A Way Out is something that, it's a game that not a lot of people have probably heard of. It's made by this guy called Joseph Fares, who he works for this EA indie studio team. They develop these indie games as part of under EA's umbrella, but not published by EA. It's a weird situation where they have EA's logo on it, but it's not EA. I don't really understand why, but Joseph Fares makes these co-op games. He originally made Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. He's then made A Way Out, and he's actually working on a third one for the PlayStation 5 at the moment called It Takes Two. This game here is amazing. It actually literally splits the screen in two, and you can play it split screen or online, and both people still see the two screens. It's about these two men escaping from prison. So if you're into Prison Break, it's essentially the Prison Break game that we never got. We did actually get a Prison Break game, but that sucked. This is essentially that. You go on the run with this guy. It's a lot of fun. The game itself is I rate this game very highly, I would say, as well. The year it came out, I believe 2017, 2018. This was one of the best games that came out that year. I rate it very, very highly in my books. Highly encourage you to play this. It's super narrative based as well, which is awesome to experience that with a co-op partner and get really like invested in these characters together while you're sitting on the couch playing. Okay, for some simple fun, we have Rocket League as well, a sports game essentially. Rocket League's actually free now. It's not even a sports game. What am I talking about? Rocket League is it's a 3v3 game. You're playing as these super powered, acrobatic, rocket powered battle cars. I think that was the original name of the game, right? And you have to score goals in the opponent's goals. Basically, three-a-side soccer or football, but with remote control cars. It's super addictive. It's super fun. It's a free game to play. Great game to play co-op and split screen with friends if you have them around in the same area as you. That goes for pretty much all sports games. I'm not going to talk about FIFA, Madden, and those kind of things, but obviously they're good to play with friends as well. Okay, Divinity Original Sin. This is probably a more of a left field one that people wouldn't have been expecting. This is a pretty hardcore turn-based RPG, top-down isometric Diablo-style game, but with very, very hardcore turn-based components to it and very hardcore skill trees in it as well. I would say it's quite a complex game to get into. But if you're a turn-based RPG lover and you're looking to play something with a friend or a loved one on a couch, could be a good way of talking them through how the game works, especially because it is so mechanically complex. It is complicated though, so keep that in mind. There are two of these games, Divinity 1 and Divinity 2. Both of them are very good games. I recommend both of these games if you're into that style. If you're not into that style of that slow gameplay and really thinking out scenarios tactically, you know, that whole tactics style thing, stay away from it. But if you are, this is a real treat. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. I recommend this game on pretty much every single one of my sale videos. It's a third-person shooter set in the Plants vs. Zombies universe. One team plays as plants, one team plays as zombies. You battle. There are standard third-person shooter modes like deathmatch, team deathmatch, things like that. But then it's got a bunch of unique modes to it as well. It has horde modes and horde components to it. And the game works very, very well for what it is. Considering it's a game based on Plants vs. Zombies, they've done an awesome job adapting that universe to a third-person shooter, making it interesting, making it engaging, and giving you enough content there to keep you engaged as well. Really fun game to play with friends and buddies when they come around. Now, the whole game isn't playable in split screen, just particular components of it are, but it makes the list because it's a really solid game and something I always harp on about, so I'll chuck it on here as well. Probably cheating a little bit here, but all of the Lego games. So there's like 30 games there, I would say, or maybe like 20 games there. But every Lego game is playable in split screen, and even in the top right hand corner, it always says press start for player 2 because it's encouraging you to play with a friend. Lego games are essentially just hack and slash collectathon games. They're really popular, obviously, in the trophy hunting community because they're really easy to get platinum trophies in. So a lot of those guys play them. They probably are very familiar with them, but everyone else might not be. They're always licensed properties based on these big, giant Disney IPs or WB IPs, Avengers, Star Wars, things like that, and they're just a ton of fun. They're basically a love letter to that franchise, just in Lego form. And even though they are in Lego and they are kind of cartoony, don't write them off. These are awesome games. They're super fun. The only thing I will say is they do become a little bit samey. Each of them normally has a gimmick or an innovation kind of in them. But once you've played one or two of them, they do all start to kind of feel very similar. Especially all the superhero ones, which have blended together in my mind a little bit. Rather than kind of like listing out all of Skylanders and Disney Infinity, because these guys are kind of redundant now to a degree, I'm just going to say Toys to Life, so Skylanders and Disney Infinity. These games are really, really cheap now because no one really wants Toys to Life in their house. So you can go into a GameStop or an EB Games or whatever it may be and pick these things up for, you know, $1, $2 for these games and the toys that go with them. They're actually really fun third-person hack and slash games, very similar to like a Diablo style game, I would say. Maybe a very simplified version of Diablo if you're into that. I actually really dug the Toys to Life games, Skylanders and Disney Infinity, when they both came out. I know they're a little bit old at this point, and I'm probably not encouraging you to go out and buy them if you don't already have them, but they're great games to play in co-op with a friend, partner, significant other as well. Just because of how simple and accessible they are, because death really doesn't have a consequence in these games, and the whole toy element also just creates this extra level of, I guess, interactivity with your person you're playing with. Fighting games, fairly obvious one here, but pretty much every fighting game has a split screen competitive mode. So if you're looking for that competitive edge against the partner you're playing with or the person you're playing with, these are great. Tekken, Street Fighter, you're looking at Marvel vs. Capcom, Soul Calibur, all of these have fantastic competitive modes, and even some of the anime games like Dragon Ball FighterZ, for example, great to play with friends and buddies. Watch out with these ones. Even if you're a pro at them, you'll sometimes find that a family member will just figure out a way to spam a button and make you look like a fool, even though you're trying to pull off these elaborate combos or something like that. So, but these are great ones to play with family members and things, especially if you're wanting to get competitive on the couch co-op scene. I know I mentioned it a little bit in there as well. Obviously, any of the sports games, great to play co-op. I'm not going to go into all of those because it becomes a whole nother thing when we start talking about sports games and how complicated those are, but I know FIFA has some fantastic co-op modes in it as well, and I thought it was worth mentioning here at the end for all of you who may want to know about it. There you go, some co-op games to play on the PS4 with your friends. Hopefully you enjoy your Valentine's Day if you're watching this around Valentine's Day when the video launches, and you have a fantastic time. If you're playing alone this Valentine's Day, then power on to you as well. There's a lot of fantastic single-player games that you can play, and if all else fails, you've always got Skyrim. It's how I spent many Valentine's Days before I got married, so there's that. Skyrim will never go anywhere, and it will always come out on every platform because I keep buying it. Thank you gamers so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, it would really mean a lot to me if you did. Give a like down below and leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoy these games, let me know if you have any other suggestions for the couch co-op gamers out there as well. Share this video with a friend or a loved one if you feel that it's relevant to them. Thank you gamers so much, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!